Okay, let's unpack this. We're taking a deep dive into one particular story from the sources you shared. It's rooted in a very specific place, isn't it? This little bookstore cafe in Addis Ababa.
That's right, a really evocative setting. And it introduces us to Salam, who works there, and Teodros, a regular customer.
Yeah, and our goal here, our sort of mission, is to explore the unexpected depth in what seems like a quiet, simple narrative. How these really profound connections can spark in just ordinary places.
hmm And what jumps out right away in this source is how it starts. It's all about shared presence, really, before they even properly speak. Teodros is just there,
Every
day, reading.
watching.
Exactly. It's a foundation built on, proximity, routine.
In the source, it points to the first real interaction, not some big moment, but something small, almost accidental.
Right.
It was a rainy evening in Meskerem. That's around September, first month of the Ethiopian calendar. Salam's reaching for a book. It slips. Yeah, and a piece breaks off near his table.
Yeah.
And he just picks it up, hands it back.
Such a simple act. But the source really focuses on the exchange, doesn't it? His quiet, here you go. And her response. That deeply felt Yastu line.
Which is that Amharic phrase for like deep gratitude, a blessing almost.
Exactly. It suggests something more passed between them than just, politeness. Something clicked.
And what stood out to me next was how, after that night, his presence became more noted. He never missed a day, the source says.
Still mostly quiet, though, for a while.
For a long time, yeah, him reading, her working. But the source emphasizes those brief moments their eyes met, maybe just a few words exchanged. But it felt like everything was being communicated somehow.
That power of unspoken language that can develop in a shared space is palpable.
But, wasn't there a risk there that it might just stay superficial, just observation?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Teodros learns her coffee order, Buna Buna, right? Light on sugar.
And she notices he likes historical fiction.
Yeah, sharp little details.
Hmm.
But like you said, that could just be familiarity, not real intimacy. Is that enough?
Well, that seems to be where the story takes its key turn. This one evening, the rain gets really heavy, a proper downpour just as the store's closing.
And Teodros doesn't have a car.
Right. So Salam, kind of impulsively, offers some shelter, says he can wait it out in the empty cafe courtyard.
And crucially, she brews coffee for them. The source uses this lovely sensory detail there about the scent having a warmth like her kindness.
Yeah, that really transforms the space, doesn't it? From just a shared spot to like a little haven,
Yeah.
connects the physical comfort with something more emotional.
And sitting there, listening to the rain,
Yeah.
the awkwardness finally breaks.
They finally talk, properly talk. The source says they shared things about studies, families, dreams.
He mentions worrying about his sister, who's sick.
And she shares her own dream, opening her own bookstore someday. That shared vulnerability, it seems like that's what really dissolves the barrier.
Yes, that shift from just watching each other to actually sharing things, especially worries and dreams, that deepens things incredibly fast. It goes from presence to actual understanding.
So when the rain finally stops, Teodros has to leave. And standing by the door, the source says his heart felt full, like he had so much more to say.
But he just manages a simple thank you.
Yeah, for the coffee, and for giving me a place to read. Not the big confession, maybe, but just overflowing with sincerity, the story says.
And her response is just as telling, isn't it? That soft smile where he felt her heart echo his own.
Followed by that simple, hopeful question, so, shall we meet again tomorrow?
You can imagine his heart soaring. Absolutely, he says, as always, every day.
Perfect. And outside, the source leaves us with this beautiful image. The rain's just a drizzle now, but they're focused inward. It says something like, the moisture of love was nurturing its first tender shoot, like the hidden promise within a freshly roasted coffee bean.
It really underscores that the next day, even though it looks the same on the surface, there's something fundamental has shifted. There's a new significance.
Yeah. It's a lovely illustration from the source, I think, of how powerful, consistent, shared space, careful observation, and that unexpected moment of vulnerability can be.
Absolutely, how they build real deep connection. It really makes you consider how often meaning isn't in the grand gestures, but in these quiet places, these simple actions. That cafe becomes the start of everything for them.
So, reflecting on this journey for Salam and Teodros, from just silent glances and brief greetings to sharing worries and dreams, and that quiet promise to meet again, How does this narrative make you think about the spaces and routines in your own life?
Yeah, where might connection be quietly growing? And to leave you with that really potent image from the source, what exactly is that hidden promise that's being nurtured by the moisture of love,
Hmm.
like the potential inside a coffee bean? What does that analogy tell us about the quiet, often unseen beginnings of our most significant relationships?